dirt don't lie. You just wait. Ain't no courthouse where I'm from. The ground decide when work get done. Ain't no badge but dust and cold. Every outlaw right is old. We don't pray for mercy loud. We whisper truth is just as proud. Every sin we weigh in stone. Every thread we meet alone. Yeah, this clay whole bloody name. Every crime just feed the flame. We don't beg, we bear and learn. Every fool gon' take his turn. That's the law of dirt, oh not fair. Every man repay what he wear. You can talk but ground gon' hear. Every echo end up here. Law of dirt, slow but sure. No sin gon' stay impure. We don't judge, we just revert. All bow down to the law of dirt. You can plead to God or ghost, but the clay gon' have the most. Every lie you spread and win come back round like your own kin. You don't own this dirt you tread. It on you, alive or dead. It's that cold from blood to birds. We speak truth, not words. Yeah, every man so what he done. The field don't rest till the cycle run. We don't fear the grave or mud. That's just where we understood. That's the law of dirt, oh not fair. Every man repay what he wear. You can't talk but ground gon' hear. Every echo end up here. Law of dirt, slow but sure. No sin gon' stay impure. We don't judge, we just revert. All bow down to the law of dirt. You think silence means forgiving? It don't. The dirt remember, and when it answer, it don't knock twice. Every outlaw that came through paid his tax in red and blue. Every fence post hold a name. Every tree got flame. Every man make his own group. You don't talk big, here you earn. Every mouth one day gon' turn. Ain't no fear, just dirt divine. It don't break, it just refine. You can hide from man or fate, but the ground don't ever wait. That's the law of dirt, oh not fair. Every man repay what he wear. You can talk but ground gon' hear. Every echo end up here. Law of dirt, slow but sure. No sin gon' stay impure. We don't judge, we just revert. All bow down to the law of dirt. When the sound stop, the dirt still hum your name. You can lie to man, but not the ground. Every step you take and say, every word you speak and think. Just dare remember every sound, every sin still underground. Ain't no grave for empty pride. That clay know who lied. You can wash your hands in rain, but mud still call your name. Ain't no people talk too loud. Ground don't sleep, it proud. Every storm you thought you won, you way below till done. The ground listens, it don't speak, it keeps score for every week. The ground listens, it don't sleep, every lie buried deep. The ground listens, slow and still, every remember, every will. You can talk, but not defeat. The ground listens, it repeat. Yeah, we the sound of consequence, the ground our audience. Ain't no mercy, just reply, every echo multiply. We don't hide where pain would grow, our roots talk from below. Ain't no God gon' clean your debt, this dirt your prophet yet. Every whisper feed that ground, every brag another mound. You don't pay with fear or pride, you pay where truth resides. The ground listens, it don't speak, it keeps score for every week. The ground listens, it don't sleep, every lie buried deep. The ground listens, slow and still, every remember, every will. You can talk, but not defeat. The ground listens, it repeat. Low preacher tone, you think when they gone it in, but this dirt don't fade. It hold everything you said and every wrong you made. The ground ain't dead, it's listening, yeah. I don't talk revenge, I breathe it. Every oath I said, I mean it. Ain't no grave gon' take my kin. We live loud through a bend. You can dig, but dirt dig back. Every truth attack for attack. We the ghosts that plant the seed. We don't harm, we feed. We the hum beneath your sin. We the blood you born in. Every road and every mile, the ground smile. The ground listen, it don't speak, it keeps score for every week. The ground listen, it don't sleep, every lie buried deep. The ground listen, slow and still, it remember every will. You can talk but not defeat. The ground listens, it repeat. Yeah, I see men run their mouth, end up face down, face out. We don't chase, we don't plead, we let ground intercede. Every soul that crossed the line still hum that same decline. Ain't no judge more true or cruel than dirt that kept its rule. You can try to hide your proof, but the ground tell truth. It ain't fast, it eternal, where the heat stay infernal. The ground listen, it don't speak, it keeps score for every week. The ground listen, it don't sleep, every lie buried deep. The ground listen, slow and still, it remember every will. You can talk, but not defeat. The ground listens, it repeat. You can run from man, but not from ground. You can run from man, but not from ground. Ain't no fear, ain't no
prove the cause. We don't beg, we don't crawl, we stand tall through it all. Dirt in hand, boots on ground, that's a cold, solid sound. They won't crown, take the risk, but our roots too deep for tricks. We the ones that don't retire, every mile still feed the fire. You can bark but can't invade, we fight loud, self-made. Stand your dirt, hold your line, every scar a battle sign. Stand your dirt, don't recline, South still roars, still divine. Stand your dirt, this ours, not theirs. Earn respect, not prayers, not prayers. Stand your dirt, till the end, break, rebuild, defend. We don't fall when thunder hit, we the storm legit. They want peace, we bring grit, every loss we benefit. We the bloodline of work, born in mud, not church. Ain't no gold, just ground, ain't no king, just sound. We the creed that never sleep, every promise one we keep. Ain't no bluff in southern speech, we teach through reach. Stand your dirt, hold your line, every scar a battle sign. Stand your dirt, don't recline, South still roars, still divine. Stand your dirt, this ours, not theirs. Earn respect, not prayers, not prayers. Stand your dirt, till the end, break, rebuild, defend. Every field we fought we own, every bloodline turned to stone. We don't need no permission, we just act ambition. You can't scare what don't fold, you can't buy what ain't sold. Every rival cross that line into part of the design. We the spine of southern heat, we the voice they can't delete. Talk big, we deliver, make them shake, make them shiver. Stand your dirt, hold your line, every scar a battle sign. Stand your dirt, don't recline, South still roar, still divine. Stand your dirt, this ours, not theirs. Earn respect, not prayers, not prayers. Stand your dirt, till the end, break, rebuild, defend. We the roar, we the proof, truth too heavy for a roof. You can run but can't erase this dirt's God's southern face. Every man that fought and fell built this road, we yell. We ain't saints, we don't pretend, we just fight and don't bend. They won't come, we bring flame, every word carved in name. We the South, loud and clean, built from fight, not dream. Stand your dirt, hold your line, every scar a battle sign. Stand your dirt, don't recline, South still roar, still divine. Stand your dirt, this ours, not theirs. Earn respect, not prayers, not prayers. Stand your dirt, till the end, break, rebuild, defend. Stand your dirt, stand your dirt, stand your dirt, stand your dirt.
Yeah, this ain't the gospel you pray to. It's the one that answer back.
Mud in my blood, fire in my brain. The Lord made dirt, I was born to sing. They say repent, I say ride or die. Now the sky burns red when I testify. Diesel smoke, no holy choir, just stealing sweat and outlaw fire. If hell below, then hell's my kin. We don't fall, we dig back in. Hell bending backwoods, pride and pain. Raised by dust, baptized in flame. Ain't no peace where I come from. We shoot first, then pray we won. Every scar's a badge, every mile's a sin. Hell bending backwood, we don't give in. I got back road balls and city scar. Moonshine beats under southern star.
Outlaw bread can't fake this tone. Every rhyme's a gravel stone. Bass hit deep, make the dirt vibrate. We don't follow, we dominate. Can't cage a soul that's diesel fed. My prayers are loud, my angels bled. You want clean, go find a saint. This sounds real, redneck paint. Hell-bent backwoods, pride and pain. Raised by dust, baptized in flame. Ain't no peace where I come from. We shoot first, then pray we won. Every scar's a badge, every mile's a sin. Hell-bent backwoods, we don't give in. No choir, no crown, no fake redemption. Just dirt road, faith and raw ascension. We don't beg, we build, believe. Through smoking rust and southern grief. Every outlaw's heart still pounds when that bass line shakes the ground. Rolling deep like a convoy ghost. Speaking tongues they fear the most. My creeds grip, my gospel's grind. Every line's a war and rhyme. You can't mimic this DNA. On a diesel baptized in clay. We ain't changed, just grow more cruel. Outlaw code, redneck rule. Hell-bent backwoods, smoke and sound. Every outlaw wood still stands ground. No fake crowns, no mercy grin. We earn our peace through noise and sin. Raise that torch, burn that sign. Hell-bent backwoods, divine by design. If heaven called, tell it I'm driving. Hell-bent and proud of it. We took dirt and turned it into law. Welcome to the Blood County Kingdom. Diesel blood in my southern veins. Grit for gold, thunder for change. Ain't no map for this empire built. It's carved in scars, baptized in guilt. From county lines to churchless towns, we took the throne and broke the crown. Steal for prayer, whiskey for wine. This land ain't theirs, it's mine. This is Blood County Kingdom, forged in pain, where the outlaws rise and the righteous wane. Every mile, every drum, every scar I own. The dirt bows down, I claim the throne. Diesel in my lungs, red in the rain. Blood County Kingdom, long may it rain. Burn the flag, I made my own. No man grants what I condone. My gospel's grit, my words command. I own the land, rust and rage in my DNA. The South ain't gone, it paved the way. Back roads howl when my baseline hits. Hell follows close, I don't quit. Ain't no preacher ever saved my kind. We found God in the grind. This is Blood County Kingdom, forged in pain, where the outlaws rise in a righteous way. Every mile, every drum, every scar I own. Bows down, I claim the throne. Diesel in my lungs, red in the rain. Blood County Kingdom, long may it rain. We don't take, we reclaim. Every soul that doubted knows her name. I built this fire from the broken ground. Now every
echo, where's my sound? They tried to chain the Southern creed, but dirt remembers what it freed. County by county, I spread my reign. No rival left, no holy chain. We make noise where others hide. We baptize fear in Southern pride. Diesel tongues and burning wheels. This empire breathes, this kingdom feels. My roots go deep, my crown's a stone. Ain't no peace where kings are born. Blood County Kingdom, born from dust, steel and flame. Creed and trust, no truce, no calm, no soft refrain. We live in dirt, we rule in pain. Raise your voice, let the South proclaim. Yeah, yeah. Blood County Kingdom, remember the name. The crown don't glitter, it grinds. Slow air's direction, it's a throne you drag behind you. Red dirt crown with a backward soul. Every step I take turns the world cold. Boots hit clay like a warning shot. I don't chase power, I am the plot. Country rap with a trap on tone. I turn back roads in a combat zone. A storm don't rise, it answers me. Call it southbound supremacy. Southbound supremacy. Southbound supremacy. Grit and rain, fire in my blood, thunder in my vein. Raise that dust, let the world see. Every mile bends with me, no retreat, no courtesy. Long live southbound supremacy. I walk like judgment, stomp like proof, shaking the earth clean off its roof. Outlaw breath with a southern draw, my voice alone can break a wall. Redneck rage turn discipline, war born hard on the diesel skin. If respect's a battle, I win it free. Heavy's the head with supremacy. I don't claim I conquer loud, a southern king without a crown. Southbound supremacy, southbound supremacy. Grit and rain, fire in my blood, thunder in my vein. Raise that dust, let the world see. Every mile bends to me, no retreat, no courtesy. Long live southbound supremacy. Stomp hard, the soil obeys. We carve our names into these highways. No fear, no break, no compromise. We turn the dark into battle cries. Stand tall, let the engine speak. Supremacy ain't for the weak. I break limits like I break the land. Power my lungs, war in my hand. Ain't no mountain tough enough, ain't no rival strong or rough. Red dirt flashing the diesel flame, everything moves when I say the name. Southbound rise, that's prophecy, no question, just supremacy. Southbound supremacy, dirty and proud. Southern thunder, outlaw loud. Fists like storms, heart like steel. We don't beg, we make them kneel. Boots down strong, eternally. Long live southbound supremacy. If the world ever forgets, we're reminded. Loud, together, southbound.
dragging across rough ground, banjo low and dusty. Voice deep, rough. The dirt don't just raise men, it raises warriors. I grew up broke in a hardline place, where pain makes steel in a young man's face, where every bruise teaches something loud, and every scar's a badge you're proud. Most folks run when the world hits back, but warriors rise where the weak hearts crack. This land don't bend for the soft or sorry, only dirt-raised souls earn the title warrior. Your hands stay clean cause you fear the strain, mine stay cut just to numb the pain. You call it rough, I call it norm. I weather storms like a southern farm. You talk real big when the night stays steady, but fear takes root when the ground gets heavy. Pressure hits late for the half-grown story. True grit comes from dirt-raised warriors. The dirt-raised warriors taught by heat, carved by loss, pushed on their feet. Strong men born where the world turns gritty, hard hands built in the country city. We don't fold when the fight gets gory, we stand as dirt-raised warriors. You won't learn strength from a whispered tone, you learn it deep when you stand alone. When the night grows cold and your breath turns thin, when fear crawls up from the place you've been, that's when the dirt asks who you are, a runaway flame or a southern star. The ones that stay become mandatory, their will gets stamped like a warrior story. I've seen men fall from a look too sharp, seen others break when the cold hits hard, but my steps stayed firm on the roughest ground. My roots dug deep where storms surround. Your pride gets loud in a safer territory, but silent resolve bursts dirt-raised warriors. The dirt-raised warriors taught by heat, carved by loss, pushed on their feet. Strong men born where the world turns gritty, hard hands built in the country city. We don't fold when the fight gets gory, we stand as dirt-raised warriors. Slide guitar groans like iron. Strength ain't learned in peaceful halls, it's built where heavy truth falls. You want a backbone made to carry glory? Then bleed with us, become a warrior. My fists learned truth from a long hard road, my spine grew tough from a heavy load. I ain't afraid of the breaks life brings, I've stood through cuts that shake my wings. You freeze in tension, I rise in it. You break at weight, I live within it. Your courage thin, your temper hoary, mine's dirt forged, warring territory. Some men talk strong, but they don't stand tall. They shake like leaves when the cold winds call. But those who face the truth full force learn how to fight with the fearless course. You wanna walk this kind of story? Then grow your pain, become a warrior. The dirt-raised warriors built by fire, trained by loss, driven by desire. Hard hands ready, spirit stormy, this dirt don't lie, it raises warriors. If the dirt didn't raise you, it won't save you. Dirty hands, deadly hearts, that's who we are. I was raised where the mud hits harder than men, where truth gets shaped by a rusty pen. You learn real young how to carry your weight and how to face hell without looking at fate. My knuckles stained from a lifetime's grind, my temper locked but my heart ain't blind. You want respect, you better earn your part, 'cause out here, boy, we got deadly hearts. You talk tough, loud, but your boots don't match. You swing at shadows you'll never catch. I move quiet, but I move with aim. Every breath I take got outlaw flame. You tremble soon as the night gets dirt, but fear never once made my pride convert. Blood on the ground, dirt on the car. Welcome to life with a deadly heart. Blood in the dirt, that southern grit. Truth hits hard and never quits. Dirty hands, but the mind stays sharp. We fight like wolves with a deadly heart. Walk too weak and you'll fall apart. This ain't for the soft, this is deadly hard. Your shirt stays clean 'cause you never show up. Mine's torn to hell from the way I grow up. Work all day, hold ground all night. Every damn challenge gets met with fight. You brag too much for a man untested. Your story folds, your courage vested. But men like me, we don't fall apart. We carry scars and a deadly heart. I ain't afraid of the dark or the crowd. Silence hits harder than shouting loud. You measure a man by the words they throw. I measure them by how deep they go. When trouble rises, I never depart. I stand my ground with a deadly heart. Blood in the dirt, that southern grit. Truth hits hard and never quits. Dirty hands, but the mind stays sharp. We fight like wolves with a deadly heart. Walk too weak and you'll fall apart. This ain't for the soft, this is deadly heart. You can fear the dark, or you can walk it. You can guard your fists, or you can lock them. But once you choose that outlaw start, you're living life with a deadly heart. My boots got dust from 100 fights. My back got scars from 1,000 nights. You call for help when the world turns black, but I keep moving, never looking back. Your fear leaks out when the wind grows sharp. Mine turns calm in a deadly heart. I don't run from heat, I don't run from odds. I've stood face to face with bigger gods. You wanna test strength, then play your part, but know your face in a deadly heart. Blood in the dirt, that southern grit. Truth hits hard and never quits. Dirty hands, but the mind stays sharp. We fight like wolves with a deadly heart. Stand up strong or don't even start. Where we come from, we're deadly hard. Dirty hands, deadly hearts. Remember that. Built from blood built from backbone. I wasn't raised soft, wasn't raised clean. I learned my worth out in places unseen. I took my scars from a world that bites, earned my strength in the darkest nights. Every step I took carved truth in me, shaped by pain, by loyalty. Some men run when the wild wind moans, but I stand firm with blood and bones. Your talk comes cheap, your stance comes thin. My kind's forged deep under skin. You play tough loud, but you shake inside while my grit stays cold, sharp and tried. I ain't the one who bends or breaks. I'm built from every risk life takes. When trouble hits, I don't postpone. I'm built from blood, built from backbone. Built from blood and backbone, that's me. Raising dirt, carved in loyalty. I don't fold when the night turns stone. I walk with pride in my backbone. Hard roads, deep cuts, scars I own. I'm built from blood and backbone. Your fear kicks in when the ground gets tough. Mine locks tight when the world gets rough. You look for shelter when storms get near. I walk straight through 'cause I ain't built on fear. My pride ain't loud, my fists ain't show. My strength shows up when the lights run low. Pressure hits most men like a thrown milestone, but pressure's where I sharpen my backbone. You try to act fierce with your voice up high, but loud don't mean strong, just means you try. Real ones stand with a steady tone. Real ones speaking muscle and bone. When odds stack tall and safety's blown, I rise taller, built from backbone. Built from blood and backbone, that's me. Raising dirt, carved in loyalty. I don't fold when the night turns stone. I walk with pride in my backbone. Hard roads, deep cuts, scars I own. I'm built from blood and backbone. It's like a stone head. Every hit I took turned iron warm. Every fight I faced reshaped my form. You can't shake a man, time's overthrown. Not one built from blood and backbone. I've walked through places that break weak souls, faced down danger without controls. Cold winds hit, but my fire stayed lit. Hard task came, I never quit. My past ain't gentle, my road ain't kind, but everyone's strengthened my spine. You can't replace what life has shown. A man rebuilt from blood and bone. You're shaking trouble, I step ahead. You fear the path, I walk instead. My roots run deep, my stance is grown. My will don't crack, my heart's full grown. Through lands unknown, I stayed myself. Built from backbone. Built from blood and backbone, that's me. boots dragging across rough ground, banjo low and dusty. The dirt don't just raise men, it raises warriors. I grew up broke in a hardline place, where pain makes steel in a young man's face, where every bruise teaches something loud, and every scar's a badge of proud. Most folks run when the world hits back, but warriors rise where the weak hearts crack. This land don't bend for the soft or sorry, only dirt-raised souls earn the title warrior. Your hands stayed clean cause you fear the strain, mine stayed cut just to numb the pain. You call it rough, I call it norm, I weather storms like a southern form. You talk real big when the night stays steady, but fear takes root when the ground gets heavy. Pressure hits late for the half-grown story. True grit comes from dirt-raised warriors. The dirt-raised warriors taught by heat, carved by loss, pushed on their feet. Strong men born where the world turns gritty, hard hands built in the country city. We don't fold when the fight gets gory, we stand as dirt-raised warriors. You won't learn strength from a whispered tone, you learn it deep when you stand alone. When the night grows cold and your breath turns thin, when fear crawls up from the place you've been, that's when the dirt asks who you are, a runaway flame or a southern star. The ones that stay become mandatory, their will gets stamped like a warrior story. I've seen men fall from a look too sharp, seen others break when the cold hits hard, but my steps stayed firm on the roughest ground, my roots dug deep where storms surround. Your pride gets loud in a safer territory, but silent resolve births dirt-raised warriors. The dirt-raised warriors taught by heat, carved by loss, pushed on their feet. Strong men born where the world turns gritty, hard hands built in the country city. We don't fold when the fight gets gory, we stand as dirt-raised warriors. Like guitar groans like iron, strength ain't learned in peaceful halls, it's built where heavy truth falls. You want a backbone made to carry glory, then bleed with us, become a warrior. My fists learned truth from a long hard road, my spine grew tough from a heavy load. I ain't afraid of the breaks life brings, I've stood through cuts that shape my wings. You freeze in tension, I rise in it, you break it, wait, I live within it. Your courage thin, your temper hoary, mine's dirt forged, warrior territory. Some men talk strong, but they don't stand tall, they shake like leaves when the cold winds call. But those who face the truthful force learn how to fight with a fearless course. You wanna walk this kind of story, then grow your pain, become a warrior. The dirt-raised warriors built by fire, trained by loss, driven by desire. Hard hands ready, spirit stormy, this dirt don't lie, it raises warriors. If the dirt didn't raise you, it won't save you. style too rough, too hard to polish. Never fit the blueprint, never played along, but I kept moving when the comfort vanished. I don't got a pretty story, I got mileage. Rust on the soul, still turning in silence. I've been broke, been dragged through mud. Still got the nerve to call it guidance. I wasn't raised on easy wins. I was raised on don't you quit, on long nights, bad breaks, thin look. And learning pain is what you build with. They call me stubborn like it's a flaw. I call it the reason I never got lost. I don't fold clean, I don't fade out. I last storms at any cost. Every scar is a signature, every bruise is a lesson learned. If I look rough, it's cause I survived while softer souls got burned. Built wrong, still standing, still here, still loud, still demanding. You thought I'd break, you thought I'd fall, I hate to hit and I kept on landing. Built wrong, still standing, no shine, no polish, just real understanding. I wasn't made to fit your plan, I was made to outlast damage. I've been the odd one out my whole life. Didn't match the room, didn't match the taste. They wanted smiles, I brought truth. They wanted calm, I brought pace. I learned quick that fitting in is a trap, cause crowds change up when the pressure snaps. So I built my own lane with busted hands, and I've been riding it ever since that. I've been days when my faith went thin, but I still showed up with a spine intact. Had nights when my mind got loud, but I didn't let the dark talk back. I don't need saving, I need a reason, and my reason been the same damn season. Proved to myself I could take the worst and still stand tall at the end of it. They don't see the quiet wars, the battles nobody claps for, but I do, and that's enough. That's what I'm built for. Built wrong, still standing, still here, still loud, still demanding. You thought I'd break, you thought I'd fall, I hate to hit and I kept on landing. Built wrong, still standing, no shine, no polish, just real understanding. I wasn't made to fit your plan, I was made to outlast damage. I've been underestimated, underpaid, overworked, overlooked, still moving. They try to label me too much, so I turn too much into proving. I don't need a mention to be myself, I don't need approval to keep my health. I learned survival isn't pretty, it's ugly, grit and refusing help. Out of heart like a dented truck, still run strong, just sounds mean. I got a mind like a back road map, full of turns you've never seen. I made mistakes that would drown most men, but I climbed back up and did it again. I don't learn the gentle, I learn the hard way. That's why I'm still here at the end. Look, they wanted me clean, I came out cracked. They wanted me quiet, I came out stacked. With heavy thoughts and a tougher high, with a do or die, I build deep inside. I don't do perfect, I do persistent, I do keep going when it feels pointless. I do late nights, early mornings, I do pain turned into full momentum. I've lost friends, lost time, lost peace, still didn't lose the part that believes. I'm built wrong in their little eyes, but I'm built right for survival lives. If you ever been the one they wrote off, if you ever been the one they laughed at, you know what it is to stand alone and still stand tall when the world goes black. Built wrong, still standing, still breathing fire through the static. You thought I quit, you thought I fade, I took the hit and I turned it savage. Built wrong, still standing, still here when the odds said panic. I wasn't made to fit your mold, I was made to break past damage. I don't need a clean reputation, I need a real one that can be bought. I need a name that's earned in dirt, not a title that's nicely taught. I'm the kind of man who keep showing up even when the world says give it up. I've been down bad, still swung back hard, that's the outlaw blood in my gut. So if you're built wrong, welcome home. This road don't care how pretty you are, it cares if you keep moving forward. It cares if you carry your scars, let them stare, let them judge your shape. They won't matter when you escape. We were never meant to fit the blueprint, we were meant to outlast the quake. They said the cracks would be my failure points. Said pressure would split me in half. Funny how weight turns into structure when you got no option but to last. I didn't heal pretty, I heal useful. Then fade pain, I reinforced it. Every scar turned into a bracket. Every hit taught me where to hold shit. I wasn't built light, I was built to carry. Built to bend and not collapse. I learned early how to move her forward, how to turn damage into mass. They wanted comfort, I learned endurance. They wanted peace, I learned stance. You don't survive this kind of mileage without becoming low bearing. Pain don't disappear, it gets repurposed. Weak men break, the rest converted. If I'm still here, it's not by chance. The scars doing structural work. Scars made me low bearing. Still standing under all this weight. You thought the damage would cave me. It taught me how not to shake. Scars made me low bearing. No polish, no escape. I didn't break when the pressure hit. I learned how to hold the frame. I've been the one they leaned on last. Plans failed and voices cracked. Funny how they trust your backbone. Once they see you never snap. I don't complain about what I carry. I adjusted and kept it steady. You don't earn this kind of posture without getting crushed and coming back. I don't flinch when the floor creaks now. I know exactly how much it holds. I've tested limits in real time, in cold rooms with nobody home. I don't fear pressure, I understand it. I know how it spreads and flows. They see calm, they don't see all the reinforcements below. Every scar marks a stress point tested. Every bruise proves tension's lesson. If I look steady, it's cause I've been bent further than most men could measure. Scars made me low bearing. Still standing under all this weight. You thought the damage would cave me. It taught me how not to shake. Scars made me low bearing. Southern grit in every plate. I didn't break when the pressure hit. I became part of what holds the place. I've been underestimating my whole damn life. They saw cracks, not capacity. They didn't know stress reveals design. Didn't know pain builds integrity. I don't need to look untouched. I need to still be here. Every line in my body says I've been through it and I'm clear. I learned to distribute the weight, not carry it all in one place. Learn when to brace, when to bend, when to stand locked in place. You don't get taught that in comfort, you get taught that when shit caves in. That's why I don't fear collapse, I already know how to win. Yeah, it's the scars and the damage report. I see stress tests already passed. They think pain is a liability, I think pain's what made this last. I've been overloaded, outnumbered, still didn't share a snap. I reinforced everything they hit, turn weak spots into backbone slabs. I don't need rest, I need pressure release. I don't need saving, I need peace. And peace comes from knowing your frame won't fail when the world leans hard on me. If you've ever been the one still standing after everyone else folded flat, you know the quiet pride of knowing you can carry more than that. Scars made me load bearing. Built wrong but built to last. You try to break me with the weight, I learned how to hold it back. Scars made me low bearing. Still a bride, still intact. I wasn't made fragile by the damage. I was engineered by impact. I don't chase light lives anymore. I trust what's been stress proven. I don't envy men who never been bent. They don't know what they're doing. Give me scars over surface shine. Give me grit over grace. I'll take structure over style. Every time I choose my place. So if you crack but still on strong, you're not broken, you're framed, you're the beam. They don't notice till the ceiling stays the same. We weren't built right by the stands, we were built to hold the storm. Scars don't mean failure here. Let me your load bearer.
They thought the Benz meant I was failing, thought the warping meant I was done. They don't know metal bends before breaking, they don't know how pressure runs. I didn't come out clean or polished, I came out scarred and aligned. I've been heated, pulled, twisted sideways, still held a line every time. I wasn't raised for showroom living, I was raised for collision tests. Every hit taught me where to flex, where to lock, where to compress. They wanted me brittle and predictable, I came out adaptive and mean. You don't fear damage when you understand what the damage did to your frame. They mistake bending for weakness, they never stayed when the weight came down. If I lean, it's because I'm absorbing, not because I'm backing down. Bent metal don't shatter, it flexes and holds the line. You thought the pressure would scatter me, it welded me over time. Bent metal don't shatter, still standing under fire. I wasn't made fragile by the damage, I was tempered by the grind. I've been twisted by real decisions, not opinions shouted loud. I've carried weight in quiet rooms where nobody was around. They talk toughness like it's volume, I learned strength lives in control. I don't need to prove I'm unbroken, I just need to stay whole.
I don't envy untouched lives, they don't know what they'll do when hit. I've seen clean men crumble fast when the pressure wouldn't quit. I trust bends over pretty lines, I trust scars over shine. I've been bent to survivability, that's a better design. Every curve marks stress redirected, every dent shows force absorbed. If I'm still here, it's not luck, it's engineering by war. Bent metal don't shatter, it flexes and holds the line. You thought the pressure would scatter me, it welded me over time. Bent metal don't shatter, southern grit for a spine. I didn't break when the heat got brutal, I adjusted and survived. I've had moments where I almost snapped, but almost still means I didn't. I learned when to give just enough, so the whole thing stay consistent. They think strength is staying rigid, till rigid turns to dust. I learned how to move with force applied without losing trust. You don't learn this in comfort zones, you learn it when systems fail, when you're forced to carry what wasn't yours and still refuse to bail. I don't fear being bent again, I know how the process goes. Heat, pressure, adaptation, that's how resilience grows. Yeah, they wanted me straight in uniform, I came out shaped by impact storms. They wanted clean edges, clean results, I came out reinforced by faults. I've been crushed, stressed, pulled apart, still didn't lose structural or hard. Every hit they thought would end my run just taught me how to redistribute the load and move on. I don't panic when the ground shifts now, I stood when worst came through. Being metal holds where glass explodes. It's a big difference between me and you. If you've ever felt yourself change shape just to survive another blow, you know bending isn't losing form, it's learning how to grow. Bend metal don't shatter, shatter. It adapts and stays intact, adapts and takes. You tried to break me with the weight, I learned how to bend it back, Bend metal don't shatter, shatter. Still here, still intact, built wrong by perfect standards, built right for aftermath. I don't chase easy roads anymore. I trust paths that test me. I don't fear force, I study it, learn where it's gonna press me. Give me dance over decoration, give me function over fame. I'd rather be bent standing than straight and easily replaced. So if you're bent but still upright, you're not weak, you're refined. You're shaped by moments, most men quit. You proof of another kind. We weren't built to stay untouched, we were built to take the hit. Bend metal don't shatter, it survives adjusting lives.
They swore the fall would finish me, said nobody get back up from that. Said the damage was too deep to fix, said the math said I was cracked. Funny how predictions fail in real life when pain doesn't follow plan. I didn't stand because I was strong, I stood because I still could stand. I watched everything I built cave in, dreams buried on a broken day. Watch names disappear from my phone, watch trust ride and walk away. They said take a break, heal up slow, but survival didn't give me time. So I learned how to breathe in rubble and still keep a spine. They don't know what collapse teach you, they don't know what stays when it's gone. When the noise dies and the dust settles, you find out what you're standing on. Still here after the collapse, still breathing through the cracks. You thought the fall would finish me, it taught me how to adapt. Still here after the collapse, no safety net, no map. I wasn't spared from the damage, I survived the aftermath. I rebuilt from things I couldn't name, from losses I don't explain. Some wounds don't close, they just harden, turn pain into frame. I don't romanticize the wreckage, I respect what it cost. Every piece I had to let go of about something that couldn't be lost. They talk about starting over clean, like ruin doesn't leave a trace. But ruin teaches better architecture than comfort ever gave. I don't rebuild like it never failed, I rebuild knowing it did. Every weak point gets reinforced now.
Every flaw gets lived with. You don't walk away unchanged from collapse. You don't leave it untouched. If you're still here, you're something else. You're built from what was crushed. Stare after the collapse, still breathing through the cracks. You thought the fall would finish me. It taught me how to adapt. Stare after the collapse, southern grit intact. I done dodged the breaking point. I lived past the impact. I've been the last man holding the line when everyone else bailed out. I didn't have answers, didn't have peace, just a reason not to lay down. They ask how I kept going forward, like there's some secret trick. Truth is simple and brutal out. I didn't have the option to quit. I don't fear losing everything now. I've already seen it flow. Once you survive total failure, there ain't much left to scare you for. I don't chase stability myths, I trust what I've survived. I've lived through collapse and came back breathing. That's how I know I'm alive. Yeah, yeah. They saw ruins, I saw materials. They saw the end, I saw the base. They saw a man with nothing left. I saw freedom from a fragile place. You don't rebuild soft at the collapse. You rebuild smarter or you're done. I reinforced every lesson learned till my structure outweighed the sum. I don't fear falling anymore. I know what's at the bottom. I've been buried, dug myself out and kept walking with the problem. If you've ever lost everything you love and still found breath in your chest, you know collapse doesn't end the fight, it just strips you down. Still here after the collapse, standing where it all went wrong. You thought I'd disappear with the dust. I stayed and proved you wrong. Still after the collapse, built different from before. I wasn't saved from the breaking point. I survived the cold. I don't chase clean stars anymore. I trust earned ground. I don't fear empty hands. I know how to build from down. Give me ruins over illusion. Give me truth over hope. I'll take scars that mean something over comfort that won't hold. So if you're standing in wreckage now, wondering if it's the end, remember collapse doesn't kill the ones who refuse to pretend. We weren't built for smooth roads, we were built to endure. Still here after the collapse is the strongest shape there is. They tried to wear me down by inches. Thought time would do a fist couldn't. Thought I'd fade with enough pressure, like grit ever worked that way. I've been targeted, tested, pushed sideways. Labeled a problem, labeled a phase. Funny how I'm still right here breathing while the doubt saged out. I wasn't built to be disposable, I wasn't made to exit clean. I was forging repetition in nights that felt routine. They thought survival was accidental, Like I just got lucky staying whole. They don't see the discipline it takes to refuse to let go. You don't last this long by coincidence. You don't endure by mistake. If I'm still standing in your way, that's proof I'm hard to break. Hard to kill, harder to erase. Still breathing in hostile space. You tried time, you tried pain, you tried pressure, you tried shame. Hard to kill, harder to erase. No Kleenex, no replace. I didn't dodge the damage, I learned how to stay. I've outlived predictions and deadlines, outlasted timelines, they say. They love counting you out early, hate when you're not done yet. I don't make noise when I endure, I don't announce when I survive. I just keep showing up unbroken in places I wasn't supposed to arrive. They confuse silence with disappearance. They confuse patience with defeat. But silence is where I rebuild quietly, and patience is how I keep my feet. I don't need to prove I'm dangerous. The fact I'm still here does that. Every scar is a timestamp saying I didn't collapse. They don't notice what won't go away till it's still there at the end. If I'm still breathing through the fire, that's a message I don't send. I live it hard to kill, harder to erase. Still breathing in hostile space. You tried time, you tried pain, you tried pressure, you tried shame. Hard to kill, harder to erase. Southern grit, stubborn faith. I wasn't spared from the struggle, I outlasted the fate. Yeah, I've been written all more time than I can even recall. Funny how the ones who doubted loudest are quiet when you don't fall. I don't chase validation now, I don't argue my plate. I let longevity talk for me, I let endurance state the case. I don't fear being forgotten fast, I fear never earning time. I'd rather move slow and undeniable than flash once and decline. You don't erase something stubborn, you don't bury what won't rot. I've been planted in bad soil and still refuse to stop. Yeah, they try to exhaust me, bore me out, weigh me out, wear me down. Didn't know endurance don't get tired, just recalibrating grounds. I've been dragged through seasons I shouldn't have passed, still didn't fracture, didn't crash. You can't delete, you will learn to adapt. You can't erase what's built to last. I don't scream survival, I embody it. I don't flex pain, I carry it. I don't need victory laps, my presence is the evidence. If you've ever been the last one standing after everyone left the frame, you know being hard to kill isn't looking stained. Hard to kill, harder to erase. Still here when the dust misplaced. You thought I vanished with the weight. I learned how to outweigh fate. Hard to kill, harder to erase. Built wrong, still in place. I didn't survive to be remembered. I survived because I wouldn't break. I don't need to be understood now. I just need to remain. I don't chase comfort narratives. I trust what stood through pain. Give me time over applause. Give me scars over praise. I'll take being hard to erase every single day. So if you're still breathing where you shouldn't be, still up right where you were counted out, notice survival isn't quiet love, it's refusal without a shout. We weren't built fragile or fleeting, we were built to withstand. Hard to kill, harder to erase. Still here, still standing.
said the damage would slow me down, that I moved different after the hit. They were right, I learned how to move smarter, how to survive inside the split. I don't walk untouched, I walk in foam. Every step knows where I've been. I don't bleed loud, I bleed inward, and keep breathing through it. I wasn't spared the breaking points I failed. Every one of them nights were quitting failed. Logical moments where I still stood in. They taught recovery like it's clean, like pain relieves. Mind state taught me discipline, how to keep moving with weight on me. Pain didn't leave, it relocated, settled deep, and learned my name. If I'm still standing under pressure, it's 'cause damage trained me. Still breathing through the damage, still upright, still intact. You thought the pain would finish me, it taught me how to adapt. Still breathing through the damage, no rescue, no escape. I didn't heal to feel better, I healed to stay in place. I carried hurt into responsibility, let it sharpen my awareness. You don't survive this kind of weight without learning self-repair. I don't trust easy strength anymore, I trust tested ground. I trust men who've been cracked open and still didn't lay down. They think survival looks dramatic, like screaming back at fate. Mine was quiet, methodical, just choosing not to break. I learned when to slow my breathing, when to lean into the strain. You don't be damaged by outrunning it, you beat it by staying. Every wound became instruction, every scar a signal flare. If I'm still here under pressure, it's 'cause I learned how to bear. Still breathing through the damage, still standing in the frame. You thought the pain would bury me, it anchored me in place. Still breathing through the damage, southern grit, no grace. I didn't come back untouched, I came back unafraid. I've been tired past motivation, past hope, past pride. Kept moving on, discipline alone when nothing else survived. They don't talk about the stage much, but faith was then and gone. That's where I learned who I was when nobody was watching. I don't glamorize the struggle, I respect what it demands. I don't call pain a blessing, I call it part of the plan. You don't get this kind of presence from an easy path. You earn it breathing slow and steady through the aftermath. Yeah, they thought pain would make me reckless, it made me precise. They thought pressure would break my posture, taught me how to stabilize. I don't chase healing, that forgets the past. I integrate what I survive. I don't pretend I'm broken, I just refuse to lie. I've carried damage like a backpack, not like a manageable. Every mile made it stronger, every step kept me capable. I don't need to look recovered, I need to still be here. Breathing through the damage, it's how I engineer fear. If you've ever kept going with your heart still sore, you know breathing is a choice when quitting looks easier than before. Still breathing through the damage, still here, still alive. You thought the pain would slow my pace, it disciplined my mind. Still breathing through the damage, no finish line in sight. I wasn't healed by comfort, I was healed by staying alive. I don't rush peace anymore, I don't chase relief. I trust consistency under strain, I trust staying on my feet. Give me function over fantasy, give me truth over ease. I'll take breathing through damage over pretending I'm free. So if you're still breathing with weight on your chest, still standing though it hurts, notice endurance isn't loud, it's quiet work. We weren't built soft or lucky, we were built to remain. Still breathing through the damage means you already won the game.
I got instability. Wanted straight lines, I got reality. Life didn't hit me even or fair, so I learned how to stand from anywhere. I don't move pretty, I move intact. I don't walk smooth, I walk back. Every lean in my posture's earned. Every flaw's a lesson learned. I wasn't given solid ground, I was given figure it out. So I planted feet in broken places, learned to carry weight through doubt. They see crooked and think weak, I see adaptation technique. Straight men snap when pressure shifts, crooked ones learn how to flex with it. I don't need perfect alignment, I need leverage that holds. You don't survive uneven ground by standing how you were told. I learned to stand crooked, still upright, still focused. You thought the band man breaking, it meant I stayed in motion. I learned to stand crooked, no symmetry, just truth. I wasn't built for clean survival, I was built to make it through. I've leaned on walls that almost fell, trusted instincts more than help. I've carried pressure in one leg, kept balance when nothing else did. They teach strength like it's a diagram, I learned in mid-collapse. You don't get lessons this specific without being knocked off path. They ask why I don't straighten out, why I don't fix what they can see. Cause what looks wrong from the outside is what's keeping me steady. I don't chase normal or approved, I chase staying vertical. You don't need perfect form to survive, you need functional. Every tilt absorbs a hit, every lean redirects force. You don't last long standing rigid on a violent course. I learned to stand crooked, still upright, still focused. You thought the band man breaking, it meant I stayed in motion. I learned to stand crooked, cause southern grit, no excuse. I wasn't built for clean survival, I was built to make it through. Yeah. I've been off balance longer than that. Learn where to put the weight I've got. Learn when to lean, when to brace, when to let damage change the shape they chase. Symmetry and style, I chase staying here a while. I don't need my scars aligned, I need my spine. I don't fear limping forward, forward is still the goal. I've seen perfect men collapse fast when the ground got cold. I trust the ones who've adapted wrong, who move strange but move on. Crooked paths still go somewhere if you keep stepping strong. Yeah. They want posture like a statue, I want posture like a survivor. Bent knees, tilted frames, still standing in the fire. Yeah. You don't judge a bridge by looks when it's holding traffic up. You judge it by what stays standing when the load gets rough. I don't straighten what keeps me alive, I don't apologize for how I stand. Every angle in my posture's proof I took it and didn't bend the plan. If you've ever stayed upright by leaning into pain, you know crooked don't mean broken, it just means change. I learned to stand crooked, still here, still alive enough. You thought the band was failure, it was me staying tough. I learned to stand crooked, built wrong but built to it. I don't stand how it looks right, cause we stand how it looks. I stand how it works. I don't correct what keeps me stable, I protect it. I don't chase perfect footing, I respect it. Give me uneven ground and grit, give me scars and truth. I'll show you how a crooked stance outlasts the smooth. So if you don't stand like the rest, if your balance looks strange, know this survival doesn't care if it fits the frame. We weren't built symmetrical or clean, we were built to remain. I learned to stand crooked, and that's why I'm still standing. They said I came out wrong from the start. Too rough in the frame, too loud in the heart. Didn't match the mold, didn't sit in line. Didn't move smooth, didn't age on time. I wasn't crafted for comfort or ease. I was patched together in survival degrees. Every flaw they pointed out as a threat turned into the reason I ain't dead yet. I've been misaligned since day one. Had to learn balance without a run. No safety rails, no fallback plan. Just stubborn breath and a shaking hand. They call it luck that I'm still alive. I call it refusing to fold inside. You don't last long, build picture perfect. You last long when your pressure corrected. They don't see strength in ugly seams. They don't see function in broken things. If I'm still here in one piece, it's cause Miss Bill learned how to breathe. Miss Bill but unbroken, still standing where I shouldn't be. You thought the flaws would finish me. They taught me durability. Miss Bill but unbroken, no polish, no disguise. I wasn't made to look impressive, I was made to survive. I've carried weight in places unseen, held things together, no one clean. I've been the back of the last line fix, the one still moving when system slips. They don't praise the ones who quietly hold, they praise shine till the pressure unfolds. I stay low, stay bent, stay breathing, while out of frame stop meaning. I don't trust things that never crack, they don't know how to handle impact. I trust frames that have been stressed, been repaired and tested again. They think breaking means failure, confirmed by think break. It shows what it reinforced. You don't learn resilience in perfect form, you learn it when you're torn. Every fracture showed a weak connection, every fix taught me correction. If I'm still holding against the load, it's cause Miss Bill had learned the code. Miss Bill but unbroken, still upright, still aware. You thought the damage would erase me, it anchored me right here. Miss Bill but unbroken, southern grit, no appeal. I didn't come out clean or pretty, I came out real. I've been labeled wrong more times than right, been underestimated every fight. They want a smooth stories, clean line. I gave them scars and unfinished time. I don't argue how I was made, I argue that I'll stay. You don't win by fitting the plan, you win by still being the man. I don't chase symmetry or grace, I chase structure that holds its place. I know which joints can still take strain, which thoughts can bend without snapping my brain. I've learned how to move damage forward, not heal, just order. Still breathing, still functional, still dangerous when cornered, yeah. They call me Miss Bill like it's an insult, I wear it like armor that never falls. You don't judge a tool by how it shines, you judge it by the way it survives. I've been cracked, rewired, reinforced, held together by refusal and force. Every hit they thought would end the run just taught me how to redistribute and continue on. I don't need to be fixed to be effective, I don't need approval to be protected. Miss Bill don't mean malfunctioning, it means adapted and still functioning. If you've ever stayed standing, parts of you screaming to quit, you know being unbroken doesn't mean untouched, no. Miss Bill but unbroken, still here, still aligned enough. You thought the flaw was the end, it was a thing that made me tough, yeah. Miss Bill but unbroken, built wrong by clean design. I wasn't made for easy living, I was made to outlast time. I don't envy flawless bills anymore, they fail fast when they meet the floor. I trust what's been bent and stay, what's been tested and didn't cave. Give me grit over finish line, give me scars over just fine. take misbuild every day if it means I remain. So if you feel wrong in your own skin, like you weren't meant to win, remember this: survival don't care how clean the blueprint's been. We weren't built right for their standard, we were built to remain. Misbuilt but unbroken, that's the strongest frame.
I wasn't listed in the instructions, didn't come with a clean outline. No chapter told me how to make it, no page said I'd be fine. They built systems for perfect parts, for pieces that fit the mold. I came out rough, off spec, unapproved, still refused to fold. I learned by breaking things the hard way, by testing limits till they scream. You don't find truth in need direction, you find it where plans bleed. They had answers, I had scars, they had rules, I had nights. Funny how the ones with manuals quit when the pressure spikes. They don't teach survival and diagrams, they don't chart pain that precise. If I'm still here without a map, it's cause I learned by life. Left out of the manual, still running strong. You thought without instructions I'd fail before long. Left out of the manual, no blueprint, no plan. I wasn't taught how to survive, I figured it out, man. I watched rule followers freeze up when the rules stop making sense. They waited for permission, I leaned on consequence. You don't get warnings when it's real, no pop-ups, no advice. You either move with what you've learned or pay the price. I don't trust paths too clearly marked, they live where everyone goes. I trust the routes cut by desperation, by busted knuckles and broken roads. They say I'm reckless, I'm calibrated, I say I'm field tested and proven. You don't need instructions when instinct's been sharpened. Every failure rewrote the process, every loss refined a way. They studied theory and comfort, I studied what survives the day. Left out of the manual, still standing tall. You thought lack of guidance meant no chance at all. Left out of the manual, stay here still able. I didn't need directions, I became the label. I've been wrong more times than right, still learn something every hit. They fear mistakes like a sentence, I treated them like a kid. You don't assemble strength clean, you bolt it together under stress. Every wrong turn added torque to my chest. They had mentors, maps and models, I had doubt and pressure stacks. They had safety nets and exits, I had don't go back. I don't look down on their path, I just know it wasn't mine. Some of us were built to improvise under fire and time. Yeah, no instruction, no checklist, no one told me how to breathe through this. I learned pacing by panic attacks, I earned balance by falling flat. They want clean inputs, clean results, I got variables you can't control. Still made it run, still kept it moving, still carry weight on the damaged soul. I don't need approval stamps, I don't need official signs. If it works under pressure, that's a design. If you've ever had to learn everything the moment it went wrong, you know being left out of the manual means you adapt or you're gone. Left out of the manual, still breathing, still sharp. You thought no guidance meant chaos, it meant learning in the dark. Left out of the manual, built wrong, still operational. I wasn't taught how to survive, I made it functional. I don't envy perfect
processes, they collapse when inputs change. I trust systems built on chaos, they adjust and rearrange. Give me scars over certifications, give me grit over rules. I'll take lived and understanding over borrowed tools. So if you feel lost without instructions, like you missed a class, remember survival doesn't wait for permission slips to pass. Some of us were never meant to follow the plan at all, left out of the manual, still standing when others fall.
They say the flaws men fail. Said I came out wrong by design, but they never planned for endurance, they only planned for shine. I wasn't meant to last pretty, I was meant to last real. Built with margins for error, built to bend the steel feel, yeah. I didn't survive by accident, I wasn't lucky or spared. Every weakness they pointed out was a system that learned to repair. They wanted symmetry, smooth and clean. I came out rugged and tried. You don't engineer survival for comfort, you engineer it to survive, yeah. They don't test designs with pressure, they test them with applause. Real frames prove their worth when everything else withdraws. Still standing was a design, not perfection, not shine. You thought the cracks were defect, they were margin line. Still standing was a design, built wrong by a fragile mind. I wasn't made to look impressive, I was made to outlast time. I've seen perfect things fail fast, collapse under first demand. I've seen patched up systems hold strong when the ground stopped being kind. They don't celebrate what lasts, they celebrate what sells. But endurance don't need a spotlight, it just needs the whole light. Hell, I don't have to wear anymore, I respect what it means. Every mark is a low test passed, every scar proof I've been. I don't wish for an easier frame, I trust the one I earn. You don't choose what pressure does to you, you choose what you become. They call it damage, I call it data, they call it wrong, I call it learned. If I'm still up right after the hits, that's design confirmed. Still standing was the design, now flawless lines of grace. You thought the flaws would bury me, they anchored me in place. Still standing was a design, southern grit stress aligned. I wasn't built for easy living, I was built to survive. I've been stripped down to essentials, lost things I thought I need. Funny how you learn what matters when you're close to empty. I don't chase upgrades anymore, I chase reliability. I don't need to be impressive, I need to still be me. I've watched trends burn out quick, flash bright and fade away. I learned slow strength outlast hype every single day. You don't design endurance for applause, you design it for storms. That's why I'm still here standing when the easy bills are gone. Yeah, they call it misbuilt, all spec wrong. I call it field tested all along. They wanted clean edges and shiny parts,
came out reinforced at the heart. I don't envy untouched frames, they don't know what they'll do when it rains. I've been bent, cracked, recalibrated, still operational, still activated. I don't need fixing, I need pressure. Pressure proves if you're built to measure. And every hit I done fold inside you confirm the reason I'm alive. If you've ever wondered why you're still here after everything went wrong, remember survival isn't a flaw, it's a function. Still standing was the design, built wrong by shallow eye. You saw flaws, I saw a margin that kept me alive. Still standing was the design, no shortcut, no disguise. I wasn't made for easy win, I was made to outlast the fight. I don't need to rewrite my story, I trust the one that held. I don't hide the dancing way that proves this thing still works. Give me structure over style, give me grit over praise. I'll take standing at the end over looking good halfway. So if you feel me spill won't bend like you shouldn't still be here. No, this endurance isn't luck, it's design under fear. We weren't built for their approval, we were built to remain. Still standing was a design, and that's the strongest frame.